welcome to another fresh edition. Morning, big one edition of our Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, or best in terms of sports analysis on YouTube. Come on, of course, another good morning after and run a big win in terms of coffee quotes. Sometimes I do wish we don't get bad days for a long time, but also then you consistently wait for the day where success is going to come, and that essentially happened today. Now struggle see wins match boom na say na Arsenal 2 days ago Arsenal Newcastle match. Either teams to win in over 1.5, that game probably would have given us 2 slips coming home. But Messi and 3 separate goals. 10 odds, 16 odds, and then 5 odds. All they came true. I'm as a Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We don't go on a drought for long, and of course the comebacks usually are also the best. And congratulations to all of you. I think 3,200 in Casa. 3,200 coach, and I want to say very, very big congratulations to all of them. We go again this morning. Big morning, big codes, and they have 5 separate codes. These are clear games, and most likely say betting or Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Go to the description. I have a video and then pick them up and then go and then put them our Betway. Code them, Betway app with them, and then search for them and then stick. I'm very, very sure so you're going to win. And then was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Say we are new to the channel. I want to subscribe to the channel. And then thank you very much for joining us. And want to say a big welcome. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. Notification 10 and do choose all. Send it there anytime we are content about drop it. We are first to have it on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We also give you the best codes on Betway. Send it there with my Kucha games to be what we need, of course. So we're going to try there. Be ready. Pick up the codes on the description of the video below, and then go and stick a Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And there is a lot of transfer conversation from almost every club in Europe. And then you might be doing common, big conversation. And you might be really this common. And right now, there was one game of English Premier League game, which is the Liverpool versus Brighton game. Now, this is a game. Not so much was at stake in some match, especially on the part of Liverpool. He needs already we're champions of English Premier League. But for Brighton, they almost try some finishes somewhere 8th. Some finish ahead of Brentford. In fact, teams now Brighton are sitting here some finish ahead of Brentford. And person finishes somewhere around 8. So Chelsea and Timmy and Shane on the hand first. That's when Timmy so and share Conference League now. Then they will get at least Conference League qualification. Almost so all these are class for the command. They are very confident. Say at least Chelsea beat me in the Conference League. It's they are company 2 teams which is 8th and 9th. Everything are qualified for the Conference League. Which is something that forcing Brighton for now pushing very, very hard and round. Which Liverpool for the job 3 goals to 2. Liverpool at Twatsana taking the lead by 2 goals to 1. But then the changes that brought on Kiro Mitoma and Henshaw came on, and then of course got the game. Turn it around for Team Friend and Brighton, and Hove winning here by 3 goals to 2 at the Bank of America Stadium for Brighton for us. So still the English Premier League is shaky up in terms of who will qualify for what, who will play where next season, and it's time the very, very important stuff. So that is the only one game at Koso and right Joe of course. And now France football for edit the official date for the Ballon d'Or. Normally about the official date for the Ballon d'Or. France football for France football for say the official Ballon d'Or ceremony will take place on September 22nd, 2025 in Paris. September 22nd. 2025 in Paris. Almost say sad time now. And the official Ballon d'Or ceremony, take your September 22nd Paris. And Ballon d'Or, maybe take if I know my status on Ballon d'Or or my Ballon d'Or. I don't know. And then in terms of a lot of the outlets or my good work on it, especially for Mundo Deportivo. Almost say Ballon d'Or race between Salah, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Pedri, and Ousmane Dembele. I think that I do agree, especially on the part of Rafinha, Salah, Lamine Yamal, and Andrey Usman Dembele. So I mean, these are the guys that what the list to push in and then come and become the next Ballon d'Or winners. Something that's really important. Who will become the next Ballon d'Or winner? Maybe it's Usman Dembele. I think they're about the Coupe de France final. With Coupe de France final. Now, then most likely occur away from home, occur your friend is saying, occur Champions League final. That's occur then of course team my friend in Paris Saint-Germain. I mean your friend Usman Dembele would definitely stand a very good chance of making sure that Obi winning the Champions League, Obi winning the Ballon d'Or or something that's very important for Abrantia, the friend Usman Dembele. Very top player, very good player. A player that almost everybody talks about. Of course, Lamine Yamal, the least spoken about him, the better in the last few days. Why a very decisive, powerful team, my friend Barcelona consistently. Same for Abrantia, friend Rafinha. It has also been same as well. Of course, in terms of still here with the club signing transfer news now, Liverpool for a contact and now Bournemouth for left back, a friend Milos Kerkers. The deal is now advancing. Liverpool for say almost top one left back, one right back. And Mario say almost read the deal for Abrantia, your friend Jeremy Frimpong. Liverpool for every year. Now what they want to do is that they want to add a left back. Now one of the best left backs this season, our English Premier League name, I am Bournemouth for left back, a friend Milos Kerkers, very good fullback, Hungarian international, and Liverpool for the push something. But Liverpool are also completing an agreement on personal terms with Kerkers, keen on the move. Negotiations underway between the clubs, between Liverpool and the team, your friend Milos Kerkers, and that's a very important one. Of course, final part of Abrantia, your friend Jeremy Frimpong deal sorted out to Liverpool, and Liverpool for have finalized the deal for Abrantia, your friend Jeremy Frimpong. Buying for Barca for have lost out on Abrantia, your friend Jonathan Tah. Obekaya somewhere in January. Not Barca for were looking at bringing in free agent Jonathan Tah from Bayern for Leverkusen, but Mainti and that sad deal would have gone through, and they said at that point in time, not Barca for were expecting Abrantia friend Ronald Araujo, every free team my friend FC Barcelona to Juventus. Now, so Juventus for a backtrack, and instead of bringing in Ronald Araujo, they went in for Chelsea for Looney. I friend Renato Vega. Now it was Renato Vega and of course Juventus Honoma Ronaldo Araujo and Timian team my friend FC Juventus. So of course Barca also could not go in for Abrantia, their friend Jonathan Tah. Almost at the end of the season. I mean, you are at the end of the season, but Barca centre backs don't seem to have improved. They are playing very well. Maybe Barca would have to sell even one or two of their centre backs. Araujo, Eric Garcia, Christensen, Inigo Martinez, Pau Kubasi. These are all top centre backs. Bor Omunimbo or Barca. I think we would say Christensen, Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, the main guys of Barca team in him, and then maybe the likes of Eric Garcia probably maybe shown the exit door, especially if Barca would have to go in and go and find a left back or medium bomber team. I don't think Barca have moved away from Abrantia friend Jonathan Tah, and I'm buying for closing in on Abrantia friend Jonathan Tah. Buying hope to have Jonathan Tah's green light as soon as possible after they sent a contract proposal to the defender. More contracts expected to take place soon as Barcelona remain interested, but nothing done or sealed by the Spanish side. Barca for NBA are interested in Abrantia friend Jonathan Tah, but then we wait to see how things are going to go on the part of the centre back, your friend Jonathan Tah, a very important player. This is very good, nimble-footed. I mean, number 10 inside 10. Abrantia friend Ryan Cherki, and apparently Cherki it belonged to Abrantia friend Kylian Mbappe. Ne management team, management group, management company. Now, Ryan Cherky has told Leon for want to say at the end of this season, and you over twice or Leon beam, and Leon for the confirm is Ryan Cherky will leave the club in the summer, as the players announced this weekend. He's already ready, already looking for a new chapter. That is what Leon for Eka Sabrantia friend Ryan Cherky, one of the best dribblers out of the French League on. I mean, in fact, a lot of the people who Chelsea are starting to almost share Abrantia friend Ryan Cherky. Abrana Chelsea Kokoto Kopama, the list of Kudus, Cherky, Michael Lees, any Abrantia friend Bradley Bacola. They were included, of course, Ryan Cherky. Now, people are asking Chelsea for say maybe some ope will be a bit buying inside as a left winger there, then they can look at Abrantia, your friend of Ryan Cherky over there. Of course, there are a lot of transfer news. I am Shie and you go the amounts and you enjoy it. Manchester United almost closing in on a deal for Abrantia, your friend of Matthias Cunha. I mean, in terms of mentality and personality, I think it's a very, very good move because say we share the personality and the mentality of Abrantia friend Bruno Fernandes. Now all the Matthias Cunha Babe come on it is literally double of that. These are two players they will be I mean solid enough in terms of mentality to go into games and give Manchester United an edge so beating Yashe. And then what we are hearing is that the Brazilian were accepted the project as agreement on personal terms is now being finalized and almost done. Final details to sort between the two parties involved, and then here we go. BBI, come on, and your man team, my friend, FC Manchester United, and my boy, your friend, Jonathan Tana, boy, friend Matthias Cunha. We'll talk about that. Very, very important. Hansi Dieter Flick in the last few days, now Barca were contemplating in the contract extension. They catch yourself for one Laporta. The most important thing that they want to do is to make sure that they renew the contract of some of the most important players. Inti Hansi Dieter Flick, the renewal, sorted or signing this deal, up to for 2 more years to June 2027. June 2027. And I'm Bantia friend Hansi Dieter Flick, Juma Ediama team, my friend FC Barcelona, which is a very, very good one. And yet Hansi Dieter Flick and the Barcelona players, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, all of these guys. For Lamine Yamal there, what we are hearing, and I said Barca for every year the contract, Lamine Yamal, no he Mendes, they've all agreed. Said Lamine Yamal can go on and then become extend the contract. No one Laporta Edi Hunkomo say Abrantia friend Lamine Yamal will extend the contract over there for him, which is a very, very good conversation over there. And so Lamine Yamal there on a contract now. So for even the Rafinha, they will extend the contract to him. Extend the contract, and I'm more trying to say the BBI come on say Nico Martinez the contract renewal not here far advanced and you want to complete all renewals before signings will come in. So Lamine Yamal has already accepted our contract proposal. We just need to sign when he turns 18. And of it, Rafinha a little bit dicey but when you say Deco Bayes and more Alvaro Carreras. Still staying with team your friend FC Barcelona, Abrantia Papa, your friend. One Laporta had conversations around Abrantia, your friend Nico Williams about whether he would join them. And I'll say that we valued Nico as potential signing last summer with Dani, but right now I think the club is valuing other players, and that's what Papa, your friend, One Laporta, because last season now compensate Nico about joining team my friend in Barcelona, but Nico for the church look at you say Opesoni Ninia Inaki Etzna, the son my man possibly playing the final of the Europa League or the San Mamea, which is going to go on Yamian China this season. But of course, one movie on and according to One Laporta, they've moved on from player. And I know, and I'm Chelsea for I started. So when they've opened their eyes, say, okay, now it looks as if say the possibility of signing our brand here friend Nico Williams now a straight fight for Chelsea for and themselves. Nobody else is coming through for our brand here friend Nico Williams. It looks as if say Chelsea for being our brand here your friend Nico Williams because Barca for wanted to finish up with our brand here friend Nico Williams, but then things didn't go as planned for them according to One Laporta. I mean, they've moved on from a brand here, your friend Nico Williams. And I think that Chelsea for really want a right winger, or a direct, or a very good dribbler, or eye for goal there. Then Nico Williams take a boxes in for Chelsea Football Club, and they should do everything within their means to make sure that they will go there and go and get a job done. In terms of pace, power, direct wingers now. You talk about Nico Williams, Anthony Gordon, these are people that will be direct at you, push you with the ball, and make sure they will get a job done, they will create chances, and then turn things around for you. Are very, very important. I'm saying Chelsea, but yes, Nico Williams, a boy, and there will be a home common. And Chelsea for now said in terms of the even outlets, any the fact that he will add in terms of goal contributions to the team, they really value our brand here, their friend Nico Williams. So definitely, they will want to have a conversation with Nico Williams and in the entourage, and then they can form, you can come to a conclusion on our brand here, your friend Nico Williams. And it's a good deal because our brand here, friend, our brand here, your friend Marco, brand here, friend, what's the name? Team friend of Barcelona have moved on from the deal with Nico Williams now. Of course, Chelsea targets your friend Liam Delap. What we are hearing is that in the last few days, Manchester United executives have held face-to-face talks with Liam Delap, who was given permission by Ipswich Town to travel to Manchester United. Delap is expected to enter meaningful discussions with all suitors, according to a lot of people. Liam Delap on will be abiding common. More project, it make sense to a branch your friend Liam Delap. Then you go on and then sign you. More signing on Juma. And last week, Manchester United. When you come on the project, which is okay. Saying on person your ball, saying on person bono, Momoji so team almost channel. A very good team to succeed. We will see how things are going to go. Chelsea for still are pushing in for centre back, and I'm catch your say Liverpool for wanted to move in and then sign a brand here. Your friend Jarrell Hartu, but Chelsea for now also pushing in to make sure that the likes of Gerard Braithwaite more any star players now will be very important to Chelsea. To get them in to get a job done. Something that's a brand here. Chelsea for now trying to make sure they will get all of them players normal panel by the time this weekend and then they are very, very clear in our minds. Say players on person, players on person, these are the players very, very important for team my friend FC Chelsea Football Club. And of course with the games that kind of call most pundits RIT of Chelsea and almost everybody Jamie Carragher and the likes RIT of Chelsea. I want to Chelsea intimidation Nottingham Forest. Chelsea would have to be Nottingham Forest, it will stand a chance. Chelsea Football Club does a very, very huge game that Chelsea got the ball against team my friend in Nottingham Forest. If they really want to qualify and then go on there, it's going to be very, very important. So Chelsea for ever call Marco team my friend Nottingham Forest. Let me be I come on, qualify the Champions League. I mean, it's not going to be easy. Nottingham Forest away from home, a really, really tough game. But then again, away from just the game of the ball, and they need to show character and then play very, very well. So they will be come on. Ryan Cherki, Avery Leon as League One top assist in the UEFA Conference League One best dribbler. That is how Ryan Cherki team every league. And now Andrey Santos returning to Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club. And Andrey Santos returning Okokocho on Instagram. Andrey Santos made more tackles than any other player this season of French League. No player made more tackles than a brand here. Yeah, friend, Andrey Santos on Okokocho on the Instagram. Okokocho on the Instagram say Charlie time and or back the French League or Strasbourg and not on how things are going to go. The honor and it's signing money. Today he has to move on. The season has ended and he has to move on. He promises that he's going to be back one day and he will carry the badge of Team my friend Strasbourg for himself. He loves every time that he spends at the menu. It was a very, very good place for him. Choice Andrey Santos fell in love with Strasbourg. And Chelsea for will have their player Yami Adoma as the season ends. Now, Brentford friend Andrey Santos is coming back to come and play for Chelsea Football Club. Yami Adoma this season. This is where we draw the curtain. Our hand Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube.